the grand entrance of the massive 422-pound Indian superstar from Mumbai. India set the tone for a dramatic and high-stakes match against the reigning, defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. From Iowa comes Seth Rollins, weighing in at 217 pounds. He's also the double tag team champion, which means he has 4 titles on the line here tonight. Let's get it. All right, we've got a lot to cover here, folks. We're gonna do our best to get through it all. This is an Iron Man match, meaning that the competitor who has the most falls by the end of the 1-hour time limit will be the winner. And if you're new around here, welcome to my channel, where it is our duty to bring you all the news from the world of sports. And now, let's get back to the match. After some early exchanges, Seth Rollins goes up to the top rope. But it is not gonna take long for the powerhouse of India to bring him back down to the mat with a big double axe hander. 2 to back. A few more double axe handles follow, and then he finishes off with a big knee right across the spine. 1, 2. Seth kicks out. What a move that was. You have to feel bad for Seth, because he is definitely out of his element here. There's no doubt about that. But he is more than capable of handling any situation that comes his way. And after connecting with a big knee to the gut, he goes for another, but this one is caught and turned into an electric chair drop. This time the numbers don't lie, because Indian Superstars is just too big for Seth to handle. 1, 2, 3. India Superstars takes the first fall, and it only takes him 4 minutes and 26 seconds to do so. That will give him the momentum boost that he needs to continue the assault on the heavyweight champ. And once again, we see him take Seth to the top rope. But this time, they both end up on the outside of the ring with a crossbody attempt. They both tumble over the announce table and into the crowd. Once they get back into the ring, it seems that Seth might actually be gaining the upper hand, but he runs into a huge pop-up powerbomb for a near fall. And this one could be the last. 1, 2. Seth lives to fight another day. Incredible. It's hard to believe that anyone can go toe-to-toe with such a large athlete, but Seth Rollins has somehow managed to do so, and he still has plenty of fighting left in him. He might be small in stature, but he makes up for it with heart, determination, and perhaps most importantly, technical know-how. After the powerbomb, the superstar started to take a bit of a breather, likely realizing that rushing things could be detrimental to his chances of winning the match. This gave Seth the opportunity to regroup and devise a new strategy, which seemed to involve a lot more high-flying action. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Seth's attempts at offense were met with some stiff retaliation from the superstar. But when Seth managed to knock him off balance, he used the ropes to catapult himself off and deliver a brutal, twisting neck breaker. Amazing. I didn't think anyone had it in them to pull off a move like that. However, after taking a moment to recover from the neck breaker, the superstar gained control once again. Utilizing his sheer size and strength, he slammed Seth into the mat and went for the pin. 1, 2. Seth manages to kick out at the last possible second. This match is going down to the wire, folks. The superstar isn't giving up, though. He picks Seth up and hits a delayed vertical suplex. But once again, Seth finds a way to stay in the fight. This time he kicks out at 2. In the ensuing chaos, the superstar tries to regroup, but Seth takes advantage of the momentary lapse in concentration and hits a super kick to the head. With both competitors down, it looked like the momentum had shifted in favor of Seth. But, as the bell rang to signal that there were 5 minutes remaining in the match, the atmosphere in the arena reached a fever pitch. Seth took advantage of his opponent's exhaustion and hit a sling blade for a near fall. 1, 2, the superstar kicked out, somehow managing to stay in the fight despite being visibly drained. Undeterred, Seth continued his relentless assault, locking his opponent in a torture rack. But the superstar, with a Herculean effort, slammed Seth to the mat. Both men were visibly exhausted, but the intensity of their battle showed no signs of waning. With a clock ticking away, the superstar went for the kill, hitting a vicious inverted DDT. 1, 2, 3. Finally, he got the pin, and it looked like he was going to take the win. It was only the 3rd fall, but it already felt like an eternity that they had been fighting. But Seth, ever the competitor, refused to give up. He managed to kick out at the last possible second, and the crowd erupted into cheers. It was clear that everyone in attendance was on the edge of their seats, and no one wanted this match to end. As the clock ticked down to the final minute, the intensity of the match reached a crescendo. In a desperate attempt to secure a win, Seth hit a vicious, savage knee to the face. 1, 2. The superstar kicked out. It seemed as though Seth had given everything he had, and the superstar, despite being exhausted, managed to hold on. With seconds remaining, Seth went for a small package, but it wasn't enough. The superstar kicked out just in the nick of time. The match went down to the wire, with both men giving it their all. In a last-ditch effort, Seth rolled up the superstar. But it wasn't enough. Despite the superstar kicking out at 2, the bell rang, signaling the end of the match. Both men collapsed onto the mat, completely drained. The crowd rose to their feet, giving both competitors a standing ovation. The referee raised Seth's hand in victory, declaring him the winner of the Iron Man match. But the respect between the two athletes was clear. The match was nothing short of spectacular, with Seth Rollins displaying incredible resilience and determination to outlast his opponent. Despite the loss, the superstar had shown an impressive ability to hold his own against a smaller, more experienced wrestler. It was a hard-fought battle, but ultimately Seth's experience and technical prowess proved to be the deciding factor. The crowd began to make their way towards the exit, still buzzing from the excitement of the match. For Seth, the victory meant adding another championship to his already impressive resume. But he knew that without the support of the fans, none of it would have been possible. As Seth made his way backstage, the cheers of the crowd still ringing in his ears, he couldn't help but feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. He had proven once again why he was one of the top wrestlers in the world. And now, without further ado, here are the final moments of the match. With the clock ticking away, Seth managed to lock the superstar in a small package, but it wasn't looking good for him. Somehow the superstar managed to kick out at 2, leaving Seth with no time to spare. With a Herculean effort, Seth managed to roll up the superstar and pin him just as the buzzer sounded. The crowd erupted as Seth was declared the winner of the Iron Man match. It was a hard-fought battle, but Seth's determination and technical skill had paid off. As the crowd began to file out of the stadium, Seth stood tall in the ring, raising his championship belt high above his head in victory. It had been an epic showdown, but there was no denying that Seth Rollins was the better man on this night. What did you think of the match? Which wrestler do you think had the upper hand? Let us know in the comments below. Do you forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update on any of your favorite sports stars. See you next time!